Namaste, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across the planet, around the world. My name is Greg Prescott from in5d.com, and I'm joined by the beautiful and vivacious Allison Janes from psychicalley.net. And before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that we do have these amazing shirts. This is the newest, the latest. This is the water element, and it came out so nicely. I'm totally digging that. We also have the fire element that's right next to it. And this is a new one that I just came up with as well. So all of these shirts you can find on in5d.net. This one in particular, though, I made a bunch of ice dye plus regular dye of the water element. So they'll be coming out in all sizes tomorrow. So first come, first serve. Also, if you enjoy this kind of programming, because we are heavily shadow banned, any support is greatly appreciated. So check us out at patreon.com/in5d. Links are below for both of those, plus Allie's website. Lastly, be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising signs as well, because they're all important to you. And if you're not sure what they are, there's a link for that below as well. So without any further ado, I'm turning it back over to Allie, and she's going to take care of the Geminians for the week of May 18th through the 24th.
That's now a thing.
It is.
I've had so many messages, everybody, from you Geminians. You are contacting me, and it's lovely. So you started something now.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see what's happening with Geminis or Geminians this week. Okay, so Geminis have got a bad reputation. It's not fair. I feel for you because you've got these two big characters inside you. Sometimes people think it's got to be a good side and a bad side. It doesn't. It just has to be, polarity. It's like, you might be very shy if you first meet somebody. When they get to know you, you've got this huge, larger than life character, or vice versa. A lot of comedians, they look really confident and vibrant on a stage or on TV, but actually when you get to know them, can be depressive and can be very quiet. So yeah, they've got two sides to them. That's it, really. So let's have a look and see what's going on in your life now. Okay, so this is for this week. So what did we say? It's the 18th through to the 24th of May. Right. So we're starting off with complications in your love life or in somebody close to you. If it's somebody close to you, then it would mean that they are that they've got to interfere with your life in some way. Okay. If I go quiet, it's because they're talking to me at the same time as when I'm trying to say what they've just said. So it's like a bit hard sometimes. I will say that this can be a relationship. So if there's no sign of love life around you or with anybody else, then this would have to be, because I'm giving a reading for so many different people. This can be any type of relationship complication. So relationship issues, having to deal with that. There's a feeling of no way out of it. It's like whatever I do, I can't win. Whatever I'm saying, it just goes wrong. So it feels as if it's like you're in a bit of a stalemate time in your life at the start of this week. Okay, so let's have a look at finances. Finances, you are going to be pulled, and it's like pulled and pushed at the same time regarding your finances. It's a bit like, you're trying to go forward, but something over there is pulling you to one side, steering you away from what you know that you should be doing, but there's always other things that keep taking over. So I feel that you're going to need to kind of prioritize things so that you can get out of the situation. Otherwise, this is going to go round and round and round in a circle. Okay. But if you decide to say, I am not available, everybody, tomorrow because I am busy. And be busy. Turn your phone off or put it on silent. Do something, because if you can get past just that one day of completing what you need to complete, your mind will be clearer for you to then do what you need to do. Okay, it's like complete the first stepping stone and the rest will follow. Okay, this is linked with either finances or your ambitions. But I can't say that plainly enough. Does that make sense? Otherwise, it's never going to change. Okay, so it's still some time. Put your own name in your diary and say, this is for me. Linking to you emotionally. Oh, cards flew everywhere. It wasn't just one card. Otherwise, you know, it's just bad shuffling. Okay, so emotionally, you're kind of shutting people out a little bit, I feel. And looking at the cards in the beginning, I can see why. When everything you say and everything you do seems to be taken the wrong way, you will tend to kind of say, oh, sod it, I'm just going to talk to myself then. So, yeah, that's kind of how you're handling it, really. It's rather than get yourself into trouble or maybe say things you shouldn't say, you know, because you've got the other side, haven't you? And if somebody's really poking you off and this other side is saying, oh, just tell them to what's it. I'm not going to say the words, but that's kind of what, and it might just fly out of your mouth. So be careful. Okay, so the middle of this week, okay, celebration of love around. Okay, that celebration of love, if you're a single person, could be love lust. It could be meeting somebody that you've always wanted to meet. It could be something exciting happening, you know, in your love life or in the family. There is kind of, I just feel as if there's a little bit of awkwardness still around this still emotional situation. May not be linked with this new energy that I've got here. It can be a friendship celebration, it can be a family celebration, but it is linked with love, the element of love, or if it's a new relationship, then sometimes we don't know if it's love or lust, but it's intense. You are treading carefully around the situation just to be sensible. Can see some sort of financial studying, okay, or work linked with work and study, looking into things, researching. There is a way of earning some extra money, so that's what you're going to be doing. I can see some official paperwork around you at the middle of this week, something that you're doing that is of an official nature. So for other people, so for one person, it could mean, you know, contract signatures, paperwork. For another person, it might be sorting out your papers, getting things organized, okay, regarding paperwork. The judgment card, a link into your emotions. Sometimes it's like, are you judging yourself too harshly? You know, is somebody else judging you too harshly? Is someone else trying to tell you that you're the one that's always in the wrong, you know? And, you know, you just sensibly sit there and think about, well, are they right? Am I always in the wrong? But the chances are not, you know? You know, you've got a good soul. Everybody's born with that. Fight your way through it. See if you can just ignore your that side of you that's saying, is it my fault, you know, and just say, I'm doing the best I can with the knowledge I've got. And I'm, you know, think to yourself, are you working on a love vibration? Are you working on an angry vibration? That's the biggest thing, really. If it's love and your intentions are right, so what, you might get it wrong sometimes, doesn't everybody? But don't beat yourself up for too long. The end of this week, you've got to look at the crossroads time. So I feel as if there's going to be some bigger decisions coming up around that time, linking to your ambitions. The Four of Wands indicates that this will be something that you're already doing, something that you've already got planned. And this is saying this is the next level up. This is the next part of the mission, or the next part of the project. Is you've completed one You just need to keep going forward. The Temperance is all about trying to keep everybody happy. That's okay, as long as you're also keeping yourself happy some of the time. That doesn't mean sort of 10% of the time. That, you know, you're worth more than that. So just think about that next time, that you always back down and let somebody else go first. Okay. Your hands are tied to a certain degree regarding finances. It's like you've just got to wait for the next opportunity to arise so that you can actually do something with it. So if we go back to the card that you had in the middle of this week, it indicates that there is something that you're going up for. Just you're going up levels. So this to me feels as if it's like, be patient. It's not going to be a fast track pace regarding this financial matter, but the time will come where you will. So enjoy the rest for a bit, because it's going to get busy. Emotionally, the end of this week, write your own story. Do you want your fairy tale to be a fairy tale, or do you want it to be a misery book, or a poor me book, or a I'm a victim book, or a, because whatever you're thinking about will become reality. So you are the creator of your future. What do you want? What do you want to concentrate on? Do you want to concentrate on the past all the time? Woe is me, poor me. Yeah, you might have had it bad. But you're going to have more of it if you don't click. If you don't click and say, I can't be doing this anymore. Okay, so there you go. I felt like I was telling them off this time. Sorry.
Well, there's still a lot of bright sides to the story as well. So
yes.
Anyway, you have some bright stories to tell about what's going on this week.
I do. Yep. I have on Facebook, on Psychic Alley 1-to-1. I am doing, I'm not doing Tuesday evenings this week. Usually I do Tuesday and Wednesday, teaching on there for free. Wednesday, I'm going to do a tarot, okay, with psychic counseling. So you can use tarot cards for psychic counseling. You can use these cards by Chuck Pisano, okay, Enlightenment deck. They're really good. And then Saturday, I'm doing a workshop, Psychic Detective and Remote Viewing. If you fancy joining in with that, it is 11 a.m. until 5 p.m, £10. I've got it written down now. That's what I was doing just now. So that would be 6 a.m. start Eastern in USA, or 3 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah. And then on Sunday, we're at Lanethorpe. We're doing our Zoom Psychic Night, which we do every Sunday. That is at 7:30, which is 3:30 p.m. Eastern and 11:30 a.m. Pacific. So, and that's £5. Our 1-to-1 tuition is also on the website. So if you wanted to just have just me and you teaching you whatever subject you want, there's a long list on there. So you would click the button on whether you wanted 30 minutes or an hour, and then choose which topic you want. So that can be from tarot to I don't know, astrology, remote viewing. Yeah, so astrology, signs with tarot. So yeah, there's all sorts on there. Have a look.
Find all the links to that below this video right now. There's a comment here by Amy Smolsky. She's saying, according to what you had mentioned, she said, finally writing my book. So you gave her inspiration for that. So that's wonderful.
Well done.
Yeah. I just want to remind people too to check out n5d.net. I've got plenty more of these coming tomorrow. This is that water sign I was telling you about, the new element, water sign, the water element that we have coming in. We've got the fire element and this brand new one here on the end as well. Check those out. And if you want to help support the channel, please consider checking us out on patreon.com/n5d.com. Anything is greatly appreciated. So on behalf of the beautiful Allison Janes from psychicalley.net, where you might want to go there and book a reading with her before she's booked up for the next 3 months. That does happen. Go there ASAP, get your reading from her. And on behalf of myself from n5d.com, sending you all infinite love and light. Until the next time, peace.
Bye.